Welcome everyone to today's live stream. I am scratching Timmy real quick because he was looking at me so sad. He was so sad because he's like, I want my snack. You want the snack? You've been waiting very patiently. You want, ooh, it's the big one. It's not the skinny ones with twists. This is the big one. Like a burrito. There you go. Have it. Eat. And now we wait for people to join in. But while we wait, I'm gonna point out, if you hadn't seen it yet, Eden Crafters, that game I was playing right up to before Blossom, is now in 1.0. It came out full release. New crafting, machines, buildings, extended terraforming goals, including introduction to birds, a new vehicle, new equipment, assuming upgrades, or maybe some new equipment you need for certain features, decorative items, Steam achievements, improved automation features, and more improvements. I really thought about maybe playing that today, but then I was like, I really want to finish Blossom because we're so close. But yeah, new goal, introduce birds. You get a centrifuge machine, a magnetizer machine. We get emerald ore. New crafting parts, enriched uranium, energy chandler, fusion reactor, blah blah blah. Fertilizer spaceship. So while you were flying, you spread fertilizer to help vegetation grow in the areas below. So instead of having to go and do we'll build a machine here, we'll put some water in, and we'll do this, and it's gonna have this, and it's gonna start spreading stuff. Now you got a ship, you can just fly around and spread trees everywhere. Hopefully you don't have to keep doing it all the time to keep it going, but yeah, and then version 2 nuclear plant, terraforming amplifier, to boost the effectiveness of the terraforming structures by 20% per unit, up to a maximum of 100%. So, you know, you can do just boost your stuff if you're trying to unlock something, assuming you get it in time to do that. A biodome that nurtures, hatches, and releases birds into the environment. Advanced workbench so you can queue crafting tasks and automatically produce required subparts. Now that's a nice touch. That's kind of like, that makes me think of, for one, easy craft in a way that you can automatically be like, oh, I need to, it's Subnautica easy craft. You could go in and you say, I need to craft this. Well, you are missing this item for it that also has to be crafted, so it would automatically craft that as part of the process. So you'd basically, oh, I'm missing, I've got seed clusters, I need to make the lubricant. It's gonna produce the lubricant I need and do it while it's producing the item I want. So that the producing requires subparts is kind of nice on that. And then the crafting task is nice, that you could just now queue up something, walk away, instead of being like, I need to produce a lot of this. I don't want to make a machine to do that because I just need to produce a lot of this right now, not constantly. And you just end up sitting there like I did. We get an exoskeleton so we can move faster. Ultra capacity battery for, you know, more flying around and, you know, also shooting stuff with the, you know, building and deconstructing. And automation features, new conveyor version 5. Conveyor splitters, mergers, and elevators can now be placed directly on machine inputs and outputs. Thank you. Finally catching up to something like Satisfactory with that. And updated the other planets, which we never did go look at those yet, but that's it. They say they are going to continue with development on it. It's not just this. So planned content updates for the game, custom spaceship creation. Now, it's not saying how custom that is, considering that there's block-based building in it. You might get that option, but considering the polished looks of the current ships, you probably are going to get parts that you can assemble in a different way. Also, a blueprint system. Maybe they'll do a better job than the Satisfactory one. And yes, Steam Workshop support to share your custom ships and blueprints. So they're kind of, to me, that says they're doing more like Empyrean Galactic Survival. Though again, on the ship part, it may be prefabbed parts that you assemble together, kind of like we saw recently with No Man's Sky and the Corvettes. Interplanetary travel. So instead of having to start a new planet, we just go between the planets. Character customization and gamepad controls customization if you want to play it, I guess, on, you know, your Steam Deck. Speaking of Steam Deck, does it have a good review on the Steam Deck compatibility? Unsupported on Steam Deck. So maybe, you know, dev work on that, because, you know, depending on the optimization, it might be hard to run it on Steam Deck, but it seems like that would be a decent little one to have for a Steam Deck, you know? Just in case. Now, on the Blossom Seed of Life front, we did get the 1.2 update. I'm pretty sure it did go ahead and install it the other day, like, yeah, 3 days ago. So I've got the 1.2 update on it now, but we also have in beta, again, another beta update, 1.3. Seems like a very big major jump to go from 1.1, 1.2 to 1.3 already in like a matter of a week or two. But 1.3 beta, if you want to check it out, you gotta go into the properties, set it to the beta channel, dev channel. It's got auto crafting station, so like our drones will automatically go collect stuff to put in the game, you know, put in storage based on the set level we set for it. This will do the same thing. You'll automatically craft stuff to maintain your storage to a target level, which I'm pretty sure I did mention we need something similar to that. And then we get an auto refinery that will basically, the crafting station looks like it crafts there and it stores it in itself, maybe, or, well, you know, it doesn't show how it's storing it, but the auto refinery you can see on the image if you look at the notes for the beta update announcement. It shows like it's refining an ingot and it just kind of poops it out, sort of like those carbon rods from the carbon extractor. We're going to get power and water switches to control a flow with cut off and restore, and we're getting what I said last week, I think it was, that we were missing, is power poles. Now these are going to have wireless connections. I mean, I didn't say you had to do that. I was saying, if you go, Satisfactory's got wireless, you know, power poles for actual cable connections. That is a better thing. But yeah, we do get to a point where you can unlock wireless power poles tier 1 to tier 3 to connect without doing the cables. But 1 to 3 is how many devices each tier will support. And we're going to get customization for our little robot guy, along with brutal and hardcore modes. And then some new machines. We're getting a wagon tier 3 that has 3 slots on it. It just gets longer. I don't know why we couldn't have one that was like 4, 2x2 grid. Refinery module, so you'll be able to do refining on the go. That's coming in the 1.3 beta, which again you can play right now, but we are on the 1.2 because that's what's gone to the actual published branch. And speaking of 1.2, we're gonna go ahead and get ready, get this game rolling while Timmy is now licking his chops. I mean, that was hungry. Or, oh, we're actually on version 1.2.3 because they've done some sub updates since then. Well, I think we can finish this today because I was so close getting the last of the plants and everything going. We're just gonna dive in as soon as it gets me going here. There we go. All right. And I remember what all I got going. I know I got the carbon. Yep, carbon extractor is dumping out plenty of goodies. Oh, and that's another thing that changed is it's not E anymore. I was immediately going back to hitting E. We actually use our mouse for something other than just looking around. Now, it's left click. I'm glad it did say, you know, press that to do it, because I already forgot that was added. That makes so much more sense, though, to, you know, left click, interact with stuff. Yep, same thing as that. Carbon rods I'm putting here. There we go. And I have some plants that are on the trees right now. God, this is gonna take so much getting used to. I'm defaulting back to hitting E on everything, and it's not E anymore. All right, come here. Gotta get my ship. I want to fly because it's so much easier to do this. Yeah, I go see my tree spreader over here. It's much faster to go this route. Do like this. And right click to leave vehicle. Okay, database. Alright, I looked at it. That's it. Let's see. The birch. Art elm. Red elm, regular elm, pine tree, aspen. Okay, so I got those. I saw red elm. If that's in sequence now, like I thought I was doing, then aspen is the last one. I'll get down before I get smacked by the spreader there, by the sprinkler arm. Oh, slow down. I'm walking it. Oh man, look at that. I can walk my ship. Taking steps. I'm literally walking the ship using the wings. Oh, that is funny. That's how you get around with speed with this. You know, you just walk it everywhere. I can't believe I was able to make that happen. That's interesting. Hey, Felonious. Good afternoon to you. Aspen. Okay, so I know I didn't see cherry blossom or red hazel over there. So we're going to make a cherry blossom. And a red hazel. So I can go ahead and take them over there. As we are closing in on making it rain. And that's what we gotta do. We gotta get it to rain. Because I'm trying to get it to have fancy weather. Alright, land. Be out. Come on. Berry blossom, red hazel. I got room for 2 more seeds. Oh, look at that. I jumped from 87 to 90% for make it rain. It's gonna end quickly. I didn't even notice that happened exactly when I put those in. Oh wait, no, 91. There we go. All right. Let me walk my ship forward a little bit. Okay, so need 1. And 2. I'm assuming at some point, even though it's a plant, the DNA thing is going to be like, hey, you need to use the last 2 you had. I'm going to have to use at least 1 of those to suddenly, you know, genetically manipulate for a animal to, you know, the hatchery thing, whatever it is, genome decoder. Like, it's going to end up asking me to, you know, throw the last 2 of that in there or whatever. So that's at 210,000. We're about to hit 200,000. Yeah, there we go. All right, so 200,000. Then we get to the life. I'm going to try to move this quickly today. I mean, it's only 1,000 on the life thing. Seems like it's probably gonna be something that's gonna take a while. All right, a second. She's with her dad at a hospital. He has a stroke. Oh, okay. But he's doing okay. That's good to hear. Make sure you let her know. We'll keep thinking about her. Also, I'll go ahead and tell you now. You can make sure to let her know. I'm not going to be streaming next Saturday. I guess I'll go ahead and announce it now, and I'll remind everybody at the end. It won't be a stream next Saturday because at the time, right now, that I would be normally here, and Timmy decided to leave his post. I will be sitting at the airport waiting on a flight because I have to travel for a family member's wedding next weekend. Not looking forward to the trip. It's going to be a hassle because I'm having to... Oh, sprinklers no longer require water. Well, great. I'll have to put more water in there. Yeah, I got travel, take my mother. It's gonna be a big hassle hauling her around, trying to deal with everything. But yeah, I'll be sitting literally in the airport waiting on a flight at the time we normally be streaming. And I'll be getting back, depending on how fast we get through the airport, which I would think, you know, it's we're gonna be getting back so late, it won't take that long to get out of the airport. I'm expecting to get home probably midnight. that's the honest thing. It's probably gonna be around midnight when I get home from doing all this Saturday. So, or it'd be midnight, it'd be Sunday actually. So yeah, I won't be here to do the live stream next week. You just go ahead and let her know that, and I'll try to go ahead and put a post up for it after this too, that I won't be doing the stream. Platinia seed, and well, I don't need sprinklers. So what? Oh, I don't need water for the sprinklers. Sorry. So that means technically I can just, you know, put a sprinkler wherever I want it to go and toss some seeds in, and it'll just work, right? Or do I still have to put water in the sprinkler for it to spread a new type of seed? That's kind of a good question there. I mean, it's spraying on its own. I see it's raining. Okay. Backpack mode. It's not showing me have anything, so I don't have any loose seeds. Yeah, last time I flew was before 2001. Before 9/11 and everything got much more restricted. You know, much more involved process of going through, check out, you know, everything to get it on a flight and all that. Plus now, you know, some of the airlines, you know, boarding is a pain. So people were doing that, like, it's not Spirit. Let's say maybe it's Southwest Airlines was called the Miracle Airlines, because everybody was, oh, we need wheelchair assistance, because that gets you on the flight, on the plane earlier. And then as soon as people get off the plane, they wouldn't need the wheelchair anymore. I'm good. I can walk the rest of the way. So it's a miracle. And so now, you know, some of the airlines have started doing assigned seating, period. So, you know, that helps. You don't have to worry about trying to find two seats together. I get it. That helps. You know, it's less convenient for some people to have to say we got to pick seats that are available, you know, if you wait too late. But to me, that helped. You know, just say, here's a seat for my mom. Here's a seat for me. I literally picked the same seats for every single flight on the trip. We are literally sitting in the exact same designated seats on every plane. And unfortunately, it's 4 flights, because we're flying from the nearest airport, because I didn't want to have to do a long drive to Atlanta, because Atlanta would have a straight flight where we need to go, but Atlanta's a big airport. I flew out there one time when I was a kid. It was 97. I went with the school band to England to perform in the New Year's Day parade for 1998 New Year's Day parade. And, you know, it was a school trip, so everything was all grouped together. And even then, that was it was such a pain. We had to get there so early to get through and everything. And I was like, now thinking, you know, looking back to it, I feel sorry for the teachers who had to deal with that. That was a nightmare. The parents that went too, my mom went then. I could not go through TSA and all that stuff right now in Atlanta airport. So I was like, and you know, then return to Atlanta, you know, it'd be nice one flight straight, you know, not having to do a layover anywhere. But I could not get back to Atlanta at like, you know, 10 p.m. and then have to drive hours back home after that. you know, I just could not do that. I was like, no, I don't want to get back super late and have a long drive afterwards. So I was like, yeah, we're just gonna stick with, we're gonna go to this airport. We'll have to lay over, but it's fine. You know, it's so, and it's weird. We lay over two different places. One going up, we have a layover in Chicago, and coming back, we lay over in Nashville. I was like, two different spots we stop to lay over. I was like, that's, I don't get why you do it that way, but you know. Again, I got the same seats for every single flight, though. That makes it easier. So I was like, okay, we're on this seat again, you know. And I paid for the extended seating area, you know, the more spacious seats, because I did not want to hear my mother complaining that she's feeling cramped, or, you know, it was hurting from sitting, because she's gonna be having wheelchair assistance the whole way through the airport. So that's the other saving thing, is we got wheelchair assistance, so that I don't have to worry about trying to make sure she gets where we need to go. I've got somebody else that's gonna help with that. The airport's assigning someone for that purpose. All right, we're just gonna do it like this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to oh, middle click for that. I mean, it does make more sense than Q for that, I guess. In a way, I still feel like we could just have Q could have just been deconstruct, you know, right there. Just go ahead and say deconstruct it at that point. Where the, yeah, that's the, well, no, that's power on that side. So I'm assuming that's the thing where it puts in the, wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm doing the collider, right? Yep, I'm doing the collider. That's not what I want. There. I was needing the, yeah, did I not unlock it? I didn't unlock it from here, did I? That's right. Another weird thing with this game, you gotta come here and do this to pick up to unlock something. It doesn't just unlock like every other game out there. You know, I still don't get that part. I mean, find a blueprint disc somewhere. You know, you do that in Planet Crafter. You find a blueprint disc and you go and unlock something special with it. You don't use a blueprint disc for every single unlock. You know, you don't have to do that. You just, certain things unlock. Okay, I need an Eden core. Eden core is everything. And I have none of them, so we'll do that. Okay, now, all that for one thing. Okay. And oh, a big one. I mean, I guess the animals are more complex in some cases. Not always more complex. Where's the power thingy? I mean, I'm assuming it's got to have power on it. Yeah. The wireless power? I don't like the look of that. Does it need 3 power plugs? I see that. Okay. Okay, so it's this no power, no water. It's just gonna spread stuff. Okay. And why is that unplugged? Oh, I got rid of those. I forgot to hook stuff. Put this back up. Okay, so I go here to unlock stuff. Yeah, three flora still. And I got those. That's seeds. Okay. Thought it was the incubator thing. You know what? Here, let's look. It was the genome decoder. Tucked away there. Oh, platinum ingots. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I think, or not. I am short some platinum, and I swear that I left a mining thing going over there for that. Oh, interestingly, on this, E still works. Oh, platinum is not supposed to be 4, it's supposed to be 6. I need that to make one of those things. I don't think I have to have it for those. I think I did that for these. Yeah, go pick up some stuff. You know, all this is kind of making me want to go ahead and just dump out of this and get the 1.3 beta installed real quick. I'm looking at the spaghetti of power and water cables. Granted, I'll still have water cables because you can't do water wireless. If you can, then that's definitely futuristic. But yeah, the wireless power, or at least just the fact that it's a power pole, is like interesting, because I kind of want to get that going already. That my maximum power storage? It might be. Okay, you know what? The drone is slow, so I'm gonna look for where I had buildings at. Yes, this flying vehicle makes it so much easier. Oh, and it's already busted all the platinum. So instead, okay, so here's what happened. The platinum boulder, big deposit, was being broken down by that. And what happened is, when I loaded back in, it caused a physics explosion and just kind of launched the pieces all over the place. Interestingly, in like a line though. That's the funny part. And I see my mining drone over there working on that deposit, so I may not need to worry about relocating that just yet. All right, 14 out of 6. Well, there's plenty of it over there. I'm going to make an extra platinum ingot while I can. There we go. Just toss that in. And that's done. We'll get the decoder going. This thing, I've seen that, like, I just suddenly drain a bunch of power and then it fills back up. Like, something's powering and then stopping. And it's not the big drill laser things, because I've got those. That's probably separate power. Come on now. There we go. Okay. Now we can do the decoder. Alright, so decoder. And it didn't say anything about tier 2, tier 3 type of thing. We're just gonna put it like here. This is gonna get actually moved. I don't want to have the incubator right here. I don't want animals all wandering up in my business. I want to get them out of here. So you know what? Yeah. Wireless power cannot be implemented soon enough on this. Okay. Now. Wait. Insert encrypted genome archive disk. I think I left that in the spot over here. The little storage thing. Yes. No. Get in. Okay. No fuel. It's got power, but no fuel. What do I... Okay. Interesting. Fuel is the bio cores, or is fuel the, like, seeds? Or eating cores? Bioenergy core used to power live creation machines. So that's it. I gotta do that. Ooh, yeah, I got enough platinum ore. Let me go ahead and get that going right here. So it'll already be done. Then go get that platinum picked up on the ground. Biocore. Bloom core. And eat core. And pressure core. And after this, I'm feeling like I might need some more drones. Okay, so I got that. Do I need to put 2 in? Nope, that's okay. So it's not the bloom core, or eating core. Okay. You know what? Let's see. Resource. There we go. Let's see. Genome decoder. Crypt disk. When it reveals life form of all sky, and if I build the more of a process quickens memory returning faster. Okay. That looks like just a regular fuel cell right there, doesn't it? Kind of looks. I mean, it's like a fuel rod. It's a green fuel rod, so I'm thinking that would mean the uranium. Let's make one and try it. I said fuel. I don't know if that meant the eating core was the fuel. Oh, that's it. So there's fuel. Okay. So basically, I just power it and it slowly, instead of like the seeds where I have to collide them together, like smash them to get new variations, it's 32 stages. And it's, you know, 100% to each stage. So why does it need power? Why does it need a power plug if it needs fuel? I mean, that's like, it's got a power socket. It needs power and fuel as well. That's a weird one. I'm gonna say that's a weird one. Why does it need power if it's actually getting a fuel cell, which is technically power? Is it like, oh, it's just not efficient enough to, you know, have the power shared between the two spots. I want the scanner. All right, we are going to cycle for. There we go. I'm just going to go and fill up on some uranium because apparently I'm going to need a lot of it. Very, very bioluminescent trees. I don't think some of those are supposed to be that luminescent. I don't know of a red elm tree on Earth that glows. You know? I'm apparently having some driving issues today. I'm noticing now I don't see the power thing on the vehicle showing. Before it was showing me how much power was being consumed. You know, and I could see like a minus 0.1 on it or something. I don't see that now. Oh, I got to turn it on and off. So it's literally tied in now to the highlighting of the power connections. And apparently when I press a button like that, it causes it to sometimes want to move forward. Well, and that's only showing that battery module. It's not actually showing power production. I have to look way back there. I actually liked the fact that it showed that. I kind of wish that would be brought back. Kind of disappointing that's been removed. Yes, this is definitely how you park your rover. I know I can pick it up. Oh no, why are you out here, you stupid rabbit? I did not tell you to come with me. Don't be excited about it. You misbehaved. It's a bad rabbit. Hey, I got fireflies. Great show too. You know, if you know, you know. There we go. I got room for more. So, going this way. Wow, he's actually keeping up for the most part till my my wagon rolls over him. We'll stay on this side of the ship. Actually, that's closer to the base, so he's keeping up now. I mean, it's like slowly. I think he's getting bumped along by the wagon. When he gets in front of the wagon, it kind of knocks him forward. Yeah, I don't get the whole point of the bunny. It's oh, you want a little pet companion? Make one that's actually stays at the base. There's no reason for him to be following me around like out here. mean, he's not like doing anything. Oh, and now we got bees. Maybe the bees will attack him. Won't have an effect because he's a robot rabbit, but maybe they'll attack him. Alright, let's grab stuff. And funny enough, I'm still sitting on top of one, I think. Oh. So now I can look at it once I get out of the rover, but before we could see it while in the rover. I guess maybe that was considered a targeting bug. So they fixed it, even though that was actually a very useful feature. Oh, I forgot about those. Okay. Alright. Oh, I got room for... I use 3 more? I'll go find out. Yeah, I should have 3 more. It's interesting, you can control the laser from any of the cars, but I haven't seen a way to control, like, the scanner from any of the, or, you know, I mean, not any of the cars, like, the laser could be on one of the cars behind me, the wagons, and I can still control it while driving. As long as it's in range of the target node, I can harvest, you know, mine it. But I can't sit here and say, hey, I want to turn off the scanner. I can mine. I can't say change the scanner target without having to get out and go back there. To me, that feels like a little bit of a weird, like, okay, you're going to give this function, but leave this one out. It's also a case of, like, you could be out of the vehicle, out of the rover, and control the laser by telling it to target something. You know, like, it'll target for you, and you can still control it. So, yeah, I don't get why, at least when you're driving, you can't say, hey, change the scanning to this, so I don't have to get out. Change the scanning. Go walk back over, get in. This should be one of those quality of life things that you would, you know, if it was in the game, you wouldn't even think about it. Just be like, that's expected. That's normal. You know, it should be in the game. Alright, let's see if I can get him to get back in here. Oh. Alright. You are not to follow me. This is one of those I think should be, whereas there's stuff like press this to open up an extra menu. This rabbit should be that way. So you have to do an extra step to enable follow mode. That's what I thought. I picked up something when I heard a click sound. But it was really, I just basically told him to, you know, follow me. And I didn't mean to. I need a lot of these, so we're going to keep this stocked. And it's already out. Okay. Oh. Got a rod. Put that there. It's a good thing I went ahead and grabbed, like, extra. No, I want that. I still have plants I haven't unlocked yet. So I guess for cosmetics and completeness, I can go ahead and try to get those tree seeds done. But I don't need it for completing anything else with this. I guess I also, you know, once I get that done, I don't need the, carbon reduction anymore, so I can turn that off. Yeah, I forgot to leave the platinum ingot here. Okay, so I've got these some goodies. Blue butterfly. This is going very quickly, actually. I was kind of thinking it might end up being one of those, like, oh man, it's going to take a while. Because of, you know, it's 32 stages, you gotta do the fuel. But it's actually, I'm already on 6 of 32 in like no time at all. Now I guess I go over here. Maybe I could use the carbon for producing them. That's free. Sure. Okay, so no. Go to the incubator, see if I can click it now. I didn't have power for it though. Oh, now I got it. Okay. So it's got requirements too, like grass. I'm thinking that's grass. It might just mean the grassy plants. It needs some of that. There is no power on it, right? Like, there's these spots you put embryos into. Yeah. Not enough Eden cores in embryo incubator. Oh! Oh, okay. So I'm not putting like embryos in or a seed in. I literally have to put the Eden core in for each item. If I do that, it doesn't use it up, right? Please. Yeah, because it's got that. So I need. Wait, what are you talking about? I put an Eden core in. Look. Yeah, see, Eden core in there, lit up. It says 0 of 1. Okay, you know what? Just remove it. Because it's just an Eden core itself. So... And... Yep. Make one more. I'll have 2 in there. I want to see if it picks up at some point. This is definitely where the auto crafting station could be useful to say, like, yeah, I always want you to have at least like 1 of each of these, and then 1 Eden core, or I mean, 2 Eden cores, and I forgot to go make the Eden core as I was saying that. Okay, let's go. Well, you know what? Can't do that. Because I cannot build without a little thingy. Alright. Yeah, we'll just go over here. Need to upgrade that one. Like put in the rest of the trees and move it. We'll go at. We'll go like that. Okay. And the printer. Oh wait, it was right there. Theater. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna put it somewhere, I guess, like right over here, so it has You know what? Over this side, because I got grass over here. I'm hoping it's got enough reach. So maybe that's why it was showing 0, because it technically, well, you know, the fireflies didn't say anything about needing to have a like it said check. It's like that's for the grass. It's right there. So I got, okay, 0 out of 2. So I choose, oh, I choose which ones I want to use. Oh, I don't want flies. We'll get fireflies. And, monarch. Okay, so that's good. And now we'll just, drop back. So I don't have to do anymore. I'll just leave it here. Hopefully that's got enough range. It'll pick up the trees over there too. If not, I will move. I guess technically I could just make another sprinkler, you know, instead of moving it, build a new one and kind of move everything really quick. Do still need to probably make some seeds here. All those are done. No, I'll craft the ones to unlock the next thing. At least I can do that. There. And that's almost out. That's still good. Okay, so I was 5. I would say 5 on the level count, like not done when I had to put that next rod in. So we get around 5 levels per uranium rod. That one is about to be out, so that's not quite 5. That might be 4, you know, and a half or so, or it may just be it's slowing down a bit. It does almost feel like it's the same speed as previously, and I see I got butterflies already showing up here too. I guess it doesn't matter where it is, they're going to show up everywhere. As long as you got this plant somewhere on the planet. Alright, so now that one's going, so we'll say just over 4.5 per fuel rod. And let's take another one. Let's go ahead and get it put in. I like to make sure. Oh, which one does it continue to use? Does it all... Oh, it goes back to that one. So that's the spare. Make sure we don't run out. So we could do this today. This is definitely doable by the end of this stream to get all those unlocked. And let's see about the life. I need to get to 100. I'm at 3 right now, and I literally just turned on 2 of the animal options. So that's, yeah, not gonna be a big, oh no, is it 100 just for that? 100 just for that. So we gotta get to 1,000. Okay, never mind. We gotta kick it up a notch. Get another one of these because I need to put out another one. And I did see stats for each one. You know, in terms of each animal, what it adds. I guess, or maybe that's the value, like from 1 to complete, you know, from starting to being completed. You're trying to escape again. Not supposed to follow me, but he seems to want to always go to the door. Oh yeah, that's okay. That's actually using up more power than I would think, because I haven't even finished another level. So it does seem like it's slowing down. Taking up more. Oh, man. That's a lot of carbon rods. Alright. Oh, nope. I definitely want to keep that one. We'll get the next one going. It may be a case I do want to place some of these trees down somewhere because of animal requirements. And, you know what? There you go. Let's fly back to the little spreader. And I'll just keep it kind of going in sequence. That. Alright, so now... okay, so we got a check. But that is showing a check mark on something that's also kind of looks grayed out, which is the B. So, you know, see, it's got a check, but that's filled in white. That's gray. To me, that would seem like it should have an X there. Like, you need this, and it's not there. Or maybe instead of the check marks, have it be like it's grayed out, like shaded out like that. And then when it's white, you have it. Get rid of the check mark entirely. That's showing like I need a B. And I need rainfall. Okay, so for the dragonfly. And we see how much it adds to life is 4. So I'm going to have to add the bees in. And then we'll get the next one. I'm sure there's some like optimal configuration I can get to in the end. I mean, there's 32 life options for creatures, so I don't think there's 32 placement spots on that. I'll be making another incubator. Okay, that seems like it's speeding up a little bit on that one. Maybe it's just not a consistent display on the percentage. Palm tree, yes. Get a little beachfront setup going, you know? Go find a nice little spot with some sand, set up some palm trees, get back and relax. Okay. Alright, let's honestly, I am about to go and see about making another pickup drone, I think. Steel, I haven't had to make because I have been having no problem finding it. Now, my drill drone has no problem mining the big deposits, so I'm not running into problems there. I feel like, yeah, the pickup drone, the collection drone is the one that I kind of really need to worry about. They can go out and pick up loose stuff. And I may have to go move something to get some more platinum being produced. And what am I doing? I gotta come back in here because I gotta make the eating core. Get back in here, you stupid rabbit. Honestly, I feel like I want to build a base just to get the rabbit in there and then come outside and cut power to the door. Like, would that work? Can I have it where I have a door unpowered on the base and I just lock him away so he can't get out? Because that should be allowed. Okay, we got that now, so we could turn on the dragonfly. So that's going to put me up to 9. So I've got Firefly, which is actually needed. There's no difference between these. So you either have Fly or Firefly, whichever preference you want, I guess. And you see it's targeted right there. Then I need the Bee, which has a unique symbol. And then we got the different butterflies, which I actually don't need at the moment for anything. Can't scroll down any further. Pigeons! Okay, so that's the insect. So now we're going into here. So the same thing. I need grass and water for that. Grass, water, and a fly of some type for the pigeon. Pigeon gotta eat a fly. So some of that is just preference. Oh, you can kind of see it a little bit. Hang on, let me land. All right, you got the butterflies, but also I saw it. Okay, there's dragonfly. I also saw the firefly effect. There was like a little, you could see like a little whirly whirl thing, like trail, light trail in the air. And I'm not seeing that on anything else. That's weird. It was there and now it's gone. Oh, got there right as that ran out. And so that was one. So the first one took me to 5, level 5. The second one took me to level 9, which I was thinking is like 4.5. The third rod only got me to 11. So it is slowing down, yeah, and it's being more expensive, which makes sense that it would be like that. Means I'm going to need to get a bunch more uranium now. Grab these. Oh, I saw it. Second. There you go. Look. You see the little squirrely squirrel right there above the flower. Right there. Just next to my guy. Right. Yes. That little squirrely. He's got his butt is lit up. It's a firefly. It's important. You gotta make sure you see all the little insects. Let that go. Dump this in. And while I'm thinking about it, probably go ahead and get a couple more of these going. Let it go out and collect stuff. Kind of thinking I want to do a need to do a run to get some steel. I wasn't worried about it so much because I had plenty of it and I wasn't really using it for anything. Now I need it. So while oh, that's what I need carbon for right there, is to make steel. Yes, that's another use I can do. Guess it's over in here. Well, it was because it's like ingot, basically. No. Okay, so yeah, carbon and iron ore. So I do need to let carbon keep going. But there is steel out there I can go and grab. Alright, guys, good. That's good right there. We'll let that go. You know, and I actually did not have steel enabled as a... Oh no, apparently I do have it at 4 because we went and got some. I'm gonna go ahead and get this going. Now we got parakeets. Great. So tweets. I mean, it's been an hour, coming up on an hour of actually playing, and it was, you know, it's not like I immediately had the life going at the very start, so I'm still hopeful that I can get this in time today. We're gonna try to finish it today for sure. Just for the fact that, again, I'm not going to be here next week to stream, so I would like to go ahead and just wrap this up today on this one and be like, okay, when we do the next stream, we can do something else. Maybe the 1.0 of Eden Crafter. and there's 8 total on it, so I'm going to have to make a bunch more. There's 8 of them. I don't have to do all 32 creatures, but you know, that's only 8 for each, so either I have to maximize it, but I'm thinking that this is a case of like, okay, I got 9 points of life, I've got to get to 1,000 points. So at some point I'm going to have bigger animals that provide much more, like maybe 100 points, but then I have to have some kind of other animal below that to provide those points, and etc. You know, I'm going to do the parakeet. Actually, we'll do hummingbirds, plants, and that way it's just these that if at some point I can dump, say, the dragonfly and that, I can swap stuff around and that might free it up. So I'm hoping I get away with just the one, but it may end up being like 2 or 3 of those that I have to craft or have to build. There we go. Stage uno. Okay. Wait, one minute. I gotta go get that. So blueprint disc, which really doesn't matter at the moment, I guess, because it's the all alone quest thing. I just gotta build them all at some point. This is the final, you know, countdown right here. I just gotta figure out where I want to put it and just basically start building it at the end. That's it. Just one piece at a time. You know what? I'm gonna let that go. And I'm not taking the water tank anymore. Well, I'm not using the water tank anymore, really. I've been kind of, you know, making other arrangements as far as the water now for any of those spots. So I want to go, we'll go to one spot. We're going to move the big laser over to like another platinum spot, since I'm using a bunch of that, or tungsten. Oh no, there's a bunch of platinum being picked up. Maybe do the tungsten one, because there is a tungsten spot somewhere over that way. And then I'm gonna get some uranium. And what I'm thinking is getting rid of that and adding the, yeah, over there. I know there's supposed to be another platinum nearby, but there's also that tungsten one right there. I can just literally move some stuff over that side and redirect the water over there. That'll be easy. Then I'll get uranium, and what I'm gonna do is to simplify the trip. I want to do the actual, like, I got the printer module there. I'm gonna do one I did not think I would do, but that is the where is it? Crafting station module. Heatsink. I need a heatsink. I'm gonna pop this on there so that I can literally, as I go along, craft the fuel rods and bring them back. So I'm not bringing back the raw uranium, I'm bringing back the fuel rods themselves. It'll just make it easier. And since we are going to head in that direction, and it's going to take a little while. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and get this going so that, hey, you know, as I'm out wandering around, it is continuing to do some work collecting. And honestly, I'm just gonna go get all the uranium fuel rods, because I don't want to have to worry about leaving it to get a bunch of uranium. I want focusing on getting the supplies for the cores. And that's about to be done, so let's go get this dumped in. Figure out what tweet we want. And I'll dump a fresh rod in there. That should cover me with that and the other one till I get back from my trip. We're gonna go with, all right, I got Sparrow, which is 10 life. It's no difference there. The difference is the requirements. So we're gonna go with the Parakeet. So I want to get maximum value out of this. That's 20 right there. And 2. That's all done. So this is the way it looks to me is it's not a gradual, like you're building the level like with everything else where it was like, oh yeah, slowly incrementing to this value. It's literally a, how much total do you have in there for each one? You know, like I've got, once that animal, the parakeet is fully spread out, I'll be at 20 for that. And then I have like 9 or whatever for the other ones. So that's what I'm thinking. I gotta get literally to 1,000 in the value. Okay, all right, yes, we're going to head out to move a drill laser thingy and get that going, because the tungsten, I've seen the drill drone going over there, but I'm just gonna go ahead and move stuff to make it work better. So drill drone can do something else for a change, just focusing on that. And also see how many pieces of platinum are still laid across the ground. Oh, plenty. I can see them from here. There's a whole field of them. Just look right there. There's still some over there I missed. Okay. So we're gonna take this and the beacon, of course, and oh, you know, laser needs power and water. Right, so yeah, I'm gonna have to move all this, so that water spot is not gonna be doing much right now. Okay, yeah, let's dump supplies. Grab that. That's not even hooked up anymore because I disconnected that. Yeah. Right. And I need to get those. I need to be able to set up new links. Alright, that's good. And it's gonna be much easier. It's like right there. Where's that other platinum spot? It might be on the other side of that bridge right there, because I knew there was one. Second one over here. Unless my drill drone cleared it for some reason. And that's it, right? It's not time. It's hard to tell the color, ultimately. Yes, that's the platinum. Okay, so we got this over here. I see there's water right there. Well, I can move the water. Well, that's kind of small, so I don't know if that water thing will fit over there. I'm thinking I'm gonna do power and everything over here. So it'll be closer to that spot. So battery. Okay. Why was giving me a issue with some of that area. There we go. Oh. And oh yeah, they changed the controls, which kind of helps. You know, before I would have to stop moving and then it wouldn't move around like this, which is what I'm doing this is kind of what you're used to, but then it also kind of makes it hard to go further out. So now you got to remember to do this. Lock the camera, which gives you the other style. Also, I kind of like that better than Satisfactory's lock the hologram instead. For Satisfactory, you kind of have it's a better need. And oh, you have to be so far out for it to give you that option. It wasn't even wanting to show it or even do it when I was first trying that. Come on. Yeah, still targeting is a problem. And you have to completely stop too for that to work. Yeah, I should be able to like daisy chain that, I think. Make it reach out there. Well, actually, that makes more sense right here. Put it this way. We're gonna turn off the light because it's getting more annoying to have it on. Okay, and then I need the drill and such over here. It's gotta be in range. So I'm thinking right around here, because it will go and get all this stuff. Now, if I remember where there, heavy mining laser, yes. So it's gonna cover everything. So, I mean, you see the range. Well, actually, that might be the range of. That's the building range. Never mind. Okay, got that. I really wish we could have done without this whole like, oh yeah, you gotta do this to build the printer thing. We could have done without it. You know, it would have been better just have a normal building thing like in other games, because this makes it harder to figure out the distance between two spots that you need to be able to link up like a power thing. So this better reach. Oh, come on. No, you're gonna reach. There. I don't know why I was being fussy about it. It's obviously worked. Okay, that's done. Yeah, look at that power already filling up. And waddling my way back over. And I... Yep, recharges that too. Great. Oh, and the disconnect actually works with right click now, but also immediately gives you the option. It's not like a weird, you gotta turn the right way and stand still for so long. It actually works like it should have originally. I think that should be close enough. This and the water over here. Hey, I'm not sure why that something with the design there made it like pop in and out real quick, but there we go. Oh yeah, those smaller rocks, no time at all. That was an easier thing to set up Because technically, I guess you could be like, hey, I'm going to make a rover chain that has the solar module, well, you need the printer at least. So you probably want the solar and wind, both of those on here. Printer, so you can build the laser. And then say at least a battery. Because of the power draw being faster than the water draw, I would say 2 batteries on the next car, and the last car being 2 waters. And so you just show up and you just connect, you know, the power from the rover. Even if it runs out, it'll still be generating because of solar and wind. And then if it runs out of water, that's when you disconnect, you come back later. Oh, and I also had stuff for a beacon. I forgot about the beacon part. If I know where that is. So I would like to have a reorganizing aspect on it. There we go. Or a searchable aspect for it. Yeah. Okay, that's done. Now we can print out toucans. So that means I can make Toucan Sam. Polonius, I'm sure you remember Toucan Sam. No steel. So yeah, there's no deposits, but it's not detecting any steel, period. Okay, let's go start with uranium. I've been in that one. I think I've been in this one, but I don't know. Okay, I have not been in this one. Oh, fancy little rover vehicles, like something else. Maybe I can use them. Probably just unlocks, though. 1,000 power. Ouch. Yeah, never mind. I'll come back and make some power for it. Dude, that feels almost like making a fuel generator and popping some fuel rods in it. Okay. Gonna sit here. I mean, it is nice. This is like a small version of the heavy mining laser. Where, you know, it doesn't automatically mine stuff when you come into the area. You gotta hold the button down, but it automatically will target something in range. So, you know, it's more manual. Of course, you're using power from the rover. Don't have to worry about building it to make it work. But, you know, there would be some value to be like, hey, you know, just mine for me. I'm just going to get out of the vehicle. You're going to keep doing your thing, and then I'll wander around and collect stuff. There we go. So, while I can not have to worry about... the whole point was to bring the crafting module so I can craft stuff as I go. I don't have to worry about putting them actually... keeping them on me to do that. So it should, since the printer works this way, should automatically just pick up... Yes, that is on there. But also, I didn't think about the fact that it's 25 power for each one. And I don't seem to be generating a lot of power at the moment. Little bit, not a lot. Okay, so that was... Maybe we'll see how the power's going now. Yeah, just do this. Power. Okay, so that is total. Not gonna be wrong. I'm making 0.2 positive power generation per second, and I'm not in the vehicle moving right now. But it seems like something got rebalanced. That did not make a difference. Okay, or at least not a noticeable enough of a single point difference. So we're gonna go to the next one. I really don't want to be stuck, you know, waiting. So I kind of gotta keep an eye on my power usage. Also, when you're using the laser, you can't control your vehicle. It just kind of keeps rolling until it stops on its own accord. Like, even the brakes don't work. Alright, I want to try something. Yes, does not pick up stuff that's on the ground in the area. I was thinking that'd be a nice touch if it was like, oh, this is all around you on the ground. We'll just use this. But don't. Maybe 3 more. So 1 shy of what the other spot had. But still, you know, I'm gonna get a bunch of fuel rods. Sorry, fuel rods, not power rods. Got power cells. Separate thing. Okay. Go ahead and do the 2 of these I can. And then, let's see. 964 meters that way. Okay. Well, that is back in this direction. So, I can go get a recharge real quick. Yeah, I get the 1.3 update for the game is in the beta right now, and one of the features is we get a tier 3 wagon, which just has 3 modules on it instead of, or 3 spots on it, instead of going with a, hey, we're gonna do side by side. It'll be a 2x2 grid for 4 spots, which is what I would want. But still, it's you know, we're gonna get that, so I'll be able to hold more stuff on there, since we only have a certain number of wagons we can connect at a given time. Get a quick little recharge. Yeah. Can't see the other ones. But I am getting much better power generation at the moment. And that is still going. That's going to be plenty of that's tungsten. Yeah, tungsten. I think on that one. That's almost full. Seems like they charge evenly now instead of going in a certain, like, like front to back type of sequence. Okay. Now off to the next one. Then I'll move that to another. Oh, they're actually scattering around now instead of just popping right off to the side like before. I guess maybe it recalculated where they would have landed from the other one, and that's why they're all over the place in a line. That is. I don't get the whole point of going in a line. Seems like it'd be more of a 360 spread. Again, that might just be a thing to do with the physics aspect of all that stuff being piled up together. Not what I want to target. That one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I had 3 left from the other one, so that's going to be. Has to be 2 more rods. There we go. I wonder if I could build me another one of those things to research the creatures faster. I know I could have probably done that with the colliders and put like, okay, here's these 2 tree seeds, now here's these 2 tree seeds, and been able to do it. But of course, you're always trying to mine or generate the next level, so it wouldn't make any sense to do it that way. But with this, we're just literally a time-based research. It almost seems like it would be useful to do it that way. And now I'm not detecting any more uranium, so this might be the end of it. That might be the last of my uranium. There may be none left right now. It may need to generate some more. Or I may just be far enough away I don't detect it. That's been a concern that at some point I'm going to reach a spot where there is literally no more fuel. Or no more items. Nothing else I can collect of a certain top. I'm not using the fuel rod power generator anymore. Okay, we got a ton of carbon rods. And it's not even carbon rods I need, it's actually carbon I need for making steel. Remember right? I was gonna go get some steel, but didn't come close to anything for that. Yes, carbon, okay. Go ahead and make some steel. That there. Well, that's good. I can recycle the carbon rods to make just regular carbon and then steel from that. All right, that's literally it. That's the last of my available uranium, and hopefully this takes other fuel rod types too. I would assume it would, but the other fuel won't last as long. One more carbon rod. Okay. I think that was one more carbon rod. I don't know. Oh, we got rats now. No longer the birdies. I'm running out of iron ore now. No, let me just go ahead and put a carbon rod there. And hold on. Okay. Fortunate that there's plenty of iron all around the place still, so not gonna be a problem. I'm just gonna, you know, burn through it quickly. Put that steel in there. And okay, we're 18 of 32 in an hour and a half. I think I'm good. I probably don't even need all of those fuel cells, actually, in the end. Oh, that's a tree. Never mind. I was gonna say it looked like there's maybe uranium I saw in the distance, but it's a tree. I probably won't need that much steel anyway, because it's literally just for the biocore. Make Eden cores at this point. Another Eden core. And while I hopefully have enough, we'll do another one. I think I was able to make 2 at one time before. And yeah, good. And now I'm gonna have to give it a little bit of time to restock. But now, I guess technically, I don't even actually have to be going ahead and doing this right now. I could wait, because it really comes down to the total value in the end. I don't have to unlock stuff at a time. It looks like I could just go and say I'm going to put in these cores, and the only thing that I'm going to delay is waiting for certain creatures, you know, animals to reach their full production. So like if I added a parrot real quick, I'd have to wait for it to, you know, the percentage to max out. But right now I have this, and while I don't want rats necessarily, that's another 20 right there. And it is going at the same type of pace, it looks like, from, of course, the small animals don't have to go as long. So in the end, or small insects and such won't have to take so long. But in the end, it's going to be, I could literally just wait, you know, for the full set of unlocks, and then be like, okay, what's going to be the best ones to go ahead and place? Well, obviously I want the top tier animals. What they need? Oh, well, that animal needs this. Okay, well, now I'll do these. Okay, and I just go ahead and try to max it out right at the start of that, instead of incrementing like this. Oh, look, it's a toucan. I'm going to hit him. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna smack you. Oh, the humanity. That would have been funny if it was like, ah, and fell. Like, oh, you hit him. Virtual toucan was taken down by my ship. That would have been funny. Alright, so obviously to a degree you need a balance. So there's going to be at least some top tier final level animal that we need. Certain ones below that for it to function, and then another one below it. Now, that's the best tree right now. I've maxed it out. Pahutakawa. Reseed. Alright. I want Pahutakawa over here, and I think that's the last one I can fit in there. Another glowy tree. Bioluminescent tree, Tom. Yes. I think I have a spot for one more. Yeah, it looks like it. One last fancy tree. Oh, two. Okay, so I'll just put the Pakudatawa. Pudakawa. I don't know what it is. The big tree. The final tree. We'll let it sit there, and I'm done with the tree seeds. I've unlocked them all. Not unless I get something that says you have to have this tree for this animal to work. I'm not gonna worry about them. Now we got the frog. And I don't have... Assuming we don't have too much higher tier stuff. Like, we got rat, that's mammal. We got a frog, that's an amphibian. But we're not going like, oh, we're like reptile, and then we're going mammal like that. We're going kind of in that size aspect. Even though, you know, the frog's probably smaller than the toucan in most cases. It was 1 to so many, then we got 10s, and then we got a 20 now. Thinking that's going to be 40 if it doubles up every time, and then we get to like 80. We may not get one that actually do, like, you know, maybe the very top tier one is like, here's something that can produce 100 at full capacity. And then we gotta worry about that. Might be the only other thing to be go ahead and start building that because I'm needing the supplies for it all. But I want to focus on getting this going because I still have to unlock it first anyway. There we go. All right. And I'm sure the frog needs some kind of specific... Oh wait, no, I can't put that in right there. I have to build a... I gotta build another one of these, so... We'll do a second one. I don't think I would need 2 total in the end, but, you know, I've had 2 sprinklers, 2 spreader, the other things, all the algae stuff, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a second one of these over here. And since the animals go everywhere, they really didn't have to be over here. You know what? That's it. I'm taking them out. I'm going to redo this over at the base. I don't have to drive out here or fly out here for it. So... let's see if it just suddenly drops all of them. Oh, no, there's rats. There's the rats running around. Well, you're not getting rid of us. And since it was giving me permission to use them, like certain ones over here, the check requirement showing good for grass, even though I wasn't like in range, I guess. I don't think range matters on that, so just gonna move it over here because it'll be easier. And you know what? I'll do it from this spot. Actually, you know what? No. Cancel. Apparently, it forgot on how to let me cancel. And I'm just gonna go ahead and build the second one. Let's see, that was... I think that's, yeah, 8. Nope, 7. Down it off by 1. Go ahead and do another one. Okay. And we'll get this one started back. Get the, yes, okay, so for this side facing forward. Okay, so now everything's unselected, so we're gonna go ahead and do, I want to do frog and rat because they both use the same thing. So that's a fly or firefly. So we're gonna do that one. So that gives me that. Then that looks like bee and a, kind of hard to tell because I can't zoom in. And that big check mark again is in the way. Gray it out or fill it in white like it is. The check mark is unnecessary. It is in the way. Does not help. That looks like butterfly. So we'll just do, you know, don't make a difference. So monarch, like the dragonfly part. So we can do a frog for the small animal and do the rat. And that leaves me 2 more. You know, I kind of like the toucan Sam, and we'll do the parrot. Because that's, well, you know, I could do that. That's 14, but has requirements I don't have met. And the parrot doesn't have the requirement. So, yeah, again, you're going to have some stuff that's going to be a requirement just to get a higher level. But the question is do you need to do that? Because you might be better off just going some of these smaller ones. So that's going to be a total of 9 here, which I think I had more than that before. Total of 26 and a total of 40. Okay, and I just decoded another one. So what I want to do now is real quick get back while that's still kind of increasing. And let's just see what the level shows now. Yeah, okay, it's going up. I'm pretty sure it wasn't going up that quickly. So I didn't lose my current level that I was at when I took that out. I didn't lose my progress, basically. But it didn't add any additional. So your total, you know, at some point you've got to hit a maximum or something. Okay. So, oh no, I did lose it because I already unlocked that. So I was down below that. So this is, yes, total active value, not just wherever you get to. All right. So yeah, you gotta try to balance it as best you can. I am missing some steel. I can make some steel, which still needs some more iron ore. Fortunately, there should be some nearby. I'm gonna check these. Let's see, steel. Oh, and there's no infinite now. It's 20. Like, okay, it does not mine steel. It will just go pick up steel. But yeah, it doesn't go to infinite now. It was infinite before. Now it's just 20. Which makes more sense. You don't want to have something accidentally go infinite and eat up all of your available storage. Oh yeah, that's right. I was needing steel for that. Tungsten should be good. Platinum should be good for right now. Silver, silica, that's easy enough. The drill drone to get. Thing there's silica and sulfur. But it really comes down to steel. I just have to, you know, iron and of course, what am I doing? Going off this way. Iron, ore, and carbon, which I can produce from the carbon rods I'm getting there. Okay. So there's a certain count of carbon rods. I have a bunch of carbon rods there. I don't need to use them except for this. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Oh. No. Stop targeting that. Ah. I do not like this inventory system at all. It is just not good compared to our traditional system that we get in so many games. It's just the inventory system, that this mechanic just screwed me over on that. Now I gotta go and recraft all of this because of the way that targeted that. And instead of just saying, here, you know, do this, I need a bloom core. Oh, get you back in. I seriously am thinking I'm gonna try building a small base room with a door and seal that stupid rabbit bot in there. Oh, I don't have to run over there. I'll just run over this way. Okay, let's go. Got crabs. And it does match to whatever you've already got out. So we're going to put in a crab from this one. And apparently, I don't have to... I mean, this one doesn't show frogs, so I can stack certain ones. So that is an interesting mechanic for it. So let's say I get to like a deer, and the deer is 50 per. So I say, well, I can only do one deer. I can't turn it on like 5 times in that single spot. But I can do a deer for each one of those. So I could have 2 of them, giving me 100 for that. That is an interesting option on the mechanic. And I see I ran out of power. Wasn't checking on it. Fighting with the recycler thing. I'll go ahead and make some steel just because it will. Well, I need steel. Come on, iron. Quick, 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 do it. Coming up on 2 hours. Let's see how far I am on the unlocks. 20 out of 32. Okay, it did take me a little time to get that started, so we got a black frog over there. A black rat running around. Alright, come on. I guess I'm gonna have to turn up the holding amount for iron. Apparently it's all mined, so we'll do 9. Yeah. So that's going out to pick some up. I'm sure I have some sitting out there right now. Oh, what am I doing? Go back here. That's why I was getting that for this. So if I run out of uranium ore and I can't find any more and I can't get it to go and pick up some from some unknown imaginary ore location, then I'm going to regolith power, which is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, there's plenty of regolith, but that means I'm going to be burning through a lot of those rods to power the stuff on there. Oh, we got a salamander. Oh, I know what I'm going to place next. There's a rat. Right over there. Oh, there is another one. Okay. Salamander. Good. Same requirements as the Froggo. And crab. Much nicer requirements. So I'm going to throw the salamander on. Again, you can only do 8 on each. So you still have to kind of balance around them. I'll probably be doing a third one of these, actually. But I am totaling 9 plus 26, so that's 35 plus 40, so that's 75 just from this one right now. And then that should be a total of 40 once this is full. So that'll put me at 115. Plus, that's only 2 right there. So even if I do another 6 items that are 40 each or 20 each, that's another 120. I'm gonna need like 2 or 3 of those, or another 2 or 3 of them. I mean, all right, we're on 21 of 32. Good. Okay, and uranium rods. Let's see how much, because I kind of went out there and grabbed a lot of stuff. I've got 4 uranium ore. I'm gonna make another uranium rod. Because there's gotta be ore somewhere. I just was not in range, or my drone is somehow finding invisible ore that I can't see. I guess we'll go ahead and make part of the this. So I need 1 composite metal and finally free up space from all of these little thingies. All right, so structural base frame. Yeah. Where the heck am I gonna put this? Cancel. Oh, you have to stop and stand still for cancel to work. Okay. Okay, there we go. I do have some regolith fuel rods. Alright, so that's good to know. I need a big, spacious area, apparently, for this. I guess we'll put it over here. Or like right around here, because that's flat. And it's close enough for my power to reach if I need it. So... there a power button on it? Or a power link up on it? I'll see it. We're gonna find out in a second. I mean, it's the base. I wouldn't think there'd be a power thing for it. If this is literally just, I mean, it's a beam array. I mean, what are we doing? What are we beaming? Is this to beam like teleport stuff from Earth here? Now that we've got it terraformed where there's life? Or is it like, okay, we're gonna beam, like, is it beam me up, Scotty? Or is it blow that planet up kind of beam? Are we gonna target something to make a, you know, better thing for the planet or whatever? I don't know. I feel like To me, it makes sense that it would be like some sort of teleportation beam. Because to get all the way to this point and have that big of a platform to basically build a beacon, I don't get that. To me, it seems like it would have to be some sort of teleportation thing. But that would also, to me, mean we got to power it. Because energy channel unit, phase regulator, yeah, see, that. Oh, yeah, got that ready to unlock. So, I need composite frames, gold wire, and heatsink. All right, so 6 composite frames. Let's start with that. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this stuff in here. And you know what? While I wait, let's take a look at the base stuff. What's a cheap thing? Iron ingot. I haven't built anything because I just don't see a need to build anything. You're a robot. You're not needing to escape the elements or be somewhere where you get oxygen. So what I'm thinking is end cap and another end cap. And you know what? I like they're circular ones, but you don't get like a good window. Like you get like a couple little windows there. That's it. That one gives it a lot more windows. So I need an iron ingot. And where's the rectangular end cap? An iron ingot. All right, so 3 iron ingots and tuttles. Yeah. Not sure how long that will take. Not very long. I'm with 3 iron ingots. Actually, you know what? I don't. I got iron ingots, so I'll just go ahead and take those because that will clear some junk out of my storage. So I want to do that. I'm gonna, once this is ready, I want to go and build a little spot. I'm gonna trick that stupid little bunny robot to follow me, and I'm gonna lock him in. I'm gonna literally put him in there and put an end cap on it that he can't get out of. Iron ore. Was it? No, it's titanium ore. Yes. Let's bump that by a couple spots. I may have to go look for it. Yep, 0. Nothing. Yeah, so it's no longer infinite on any of it. It's 20 is the maximum now. So basically 5 spots in your storage. Oh man, that crab is going. He is like, look at his legs. He's like, where's the water? I'm dying here. Where's the water? You make steel. Yeah. Go ahead, do that. Get another core going. Kind of see a fuel rod still sticking out over there. Yep, 1. So before I get and I'm busy with something else, you don't notice it. Get a fuel thing in here. There you go. And 22 of 32. We're going to be pushing it to get through, I think, the last of them in the normal time frame. So we'll go a little bit longer today because I do want to get that finished. And it's not just getting those. I got to unlock all the animal, options. And then I got to get enough of these going. So Gonna be pushing it, but we're gonna try for it. So that's now, and there's 60 on this one. I feel like I should, yeah, get ready to go ahead and build another one of those. Okay, so I got stuff to build a little corridor area to stick the robot in and see it, or the rabbit bot in, and see if he gets stuck. And I need 1,000 power for that one spot that had the those fancy looking vehicles. And it's not like a 1,000 power production. Like I need 1,000 power being produced at one time. I just need it to produce 1,000 power. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that steam turbine. I didn't see there. All right, so heat sink and processing unit. Go ahead and get that. Apparently I am out of those, which is a good thing. I've used them up. Heatsink, yes. All right. So that into here, and then it's producing power, but I need storage for that power. That's 1,000 power storage. So right there, yeah, 3 power cells. Which is exactly how much I have to make this. Okay, and then I will need a... Well, no, I don't need an extender because the battery has 2 plugs on it, so I can plug into it with the power generation and then plug in to the door for the other part. Okay, so I am going to... You're going to follow me now, Rubeck. Apparently you can find your way out of there, despite me trying to lock you in. So, yep, there he is. Okay. I'm going. Oh, we got snakes. I just realized my beacon did not turn on. And I placed it down. And that's done. Blowing stuff up. Oh yeah, you see as I come in, like look, a piece is in the air. It's just floating in the air. So there is definitely, it's a physics bug. Oh yeah, but there are actually pieces scattered over here too. All right, this one. Okay, so I am going to build a battery. Yes. Like that. And the wind generator. Yes, come on, somewhere. There we go. And that's the power to produce power storage. For 1,000 power there, I am going to go ahead and roll over here. So I can try building this little outpost thing. So again, I'm going to do the... Oh, no, not that one. That one, because it's got windows. And I want to be able to see him suffering inside, wondering why he's been abandoned there. And it's gonna be because you're annoying me. All right, come on, little stupid rabbit thingy. All right, you know, can I get you to follow me in? No, it's a end cap, not a door frame. It did not say door frame, it said end cap. That means like a sealed wall, right? Oh no, I did the door frame. Okay, it's my fault. I did that. I selected the wrong thing. And now I can't get him out? I can't get rid of it? Well, how am I supposed to destroy this? You can't? All right, look, look, here. Where's that? Okay, that is bad. I cannot get rid of that. Are you kidding me? So the base building is broken in this, because when you build the base, you better be happy with it, because you're not getting rid of the thing later. That is... Oh. Okay, I've got to be inside and aimed at a certain angle. That, yeah, that is not... That's not good. That is not done right. Granted, you know, for what it is, there's no real advantage to building a base in this. There's no advantage other than having the base where you can build it and he can't get out. But the robot doesn't need the base. There's no functional benefit to it. So I wouldn't worry about wasting time trying to fix that little bugginess, but that's still weird that there's a bug you can't target from outside. Okay, now we're charging. Come on. A little faster there. Come on. I got a bike. I can enter the vehicle. Okay. So I get a bike. Granted, it's not exactly the most interesting sounding, you know, vehicle compared to other stuff. I got me a little bikey. Look. And I finished chapter 5. Okay. It there's a charge thing. Can I tow it though? Is gonna be the question. You know, I don't have a bike rack for it, so it's gonna make me go back to it repeatedly to like tow it with me. That's what I'm gonna have to like drive forward a little bit, then run back, get the other thing, then drive forward a little bit, run back, get the other thing. It's not like my robot legs go very far. Okay. I know what I want to do now. I'm gonna test it. Hopefully have it drag behind me in reverse. You know, it's fine. You'd think it would be something that like maybe collapse down and go into the back of that, but no. It's not coming with me. It's not coming. Wow. Very disappointing. Okay. So now I gotta go. There is no way I'm gonna run out here to get it and then drive it all the way back on my little battery charge. Oh, yeah. That wagon I found, I was able to drag it behind me. This totally should be draggable. I wonder if that will let me drag a wagon behind it, actually. Like I can have it as my little quick stop vehicle. There's nothing on the front, so I can't carry it that way. Alright, taking this. And this. I gotta move it now. Alright, and there's be 2 spots. Oh, there it is. Okay. Go ahead. Okay, so I didn't drop anything. I think that's the whole thing, so... alright. I'm gonna need some extra reach here, I think, on the power and the water. Let's just see. Heavy mining laser, that's the first thing. I'll put it like right there. I see power. Yeah, that, so we'll just rotate it. I mean, that should be in range for it to reach the deposit. And then power extender. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to make it that far. I'm gonna need 2 extenders at minimum. See if it'll actually reach. Well, you know, I don't even have to go to that because that's connected to this. And that's a good thing because I can't reach the other extender. This is why you should just be able to build right from your robot instead of having to, you know, go out here and try to figure out how far away you can reach. Oh, stretch. Okay, so right about there. I think that took what I need for the water extender. Yeah, that wireless power is going to be really useful once that's in the stable branch. Let's see if that will reach. That should reach at this point. There's no excuse. Okay. That's got that range. Technically there's water there, but problem being I don't think I can put a big enough pump on there for it to reach, or for it to provide, so oh, that's right. I think I took out. No, I've still got power here. So what I took something. Oh, that's right. Is the other spot I had the fuel generator. So I may have the stuff I need. For water extender, no, I did not do that. All right, deposit metal. All right, let's see. Not that. Okay, and I need some iron. I just happen to have some iron. Oh. Okay, so I can't. Oh. Ah! So it will target without power. Let's buy heavy mining laser. Well, that's right there. So it will target the other stuff. But it needs water to be automatic. I can manually target stuff, but water is the only way it works automatically. That's weird. That's a weird like thing right there. I was like, it seems like just something to not work right. And you know, now I'm thinking about it, water extenders go a lot farther. Maybe I can get away with just one. Going as fast as my little legs will take me. And I'm pretty sure I'll probably run out of power now on the unlock, so. I was pretty sure water had a limit on its reach. Like I guess is, you know, the more and more you're dragging, the harder and harder it gets. But I was wrong. I can just drag it all the way over. Okay. I could have sworn it had a limit. Alright, let's get heading home. That tells me I got an unlocked thing over there for the story. See. The bike does not have a beacon, so I'm gonna get... It's really not that far away, fortunately, for the bikes. I'm gonna get over here and then hobble back. My little legs. I don't know why you'd have a thing at the back, except to pull something behind it. Because I mean, it's not like you pull up and you need to charge the bike. The bike is using your power. So you pull up, you get off the bike, you plug something into the bike, you get on the bike so it can recharge your battery, and then you drive off and it disconnects. Or you just, while you're doing that, you grab the connection before you even plug into the bike, it recharges your robot's battery. Like, it's gotta be for dragging something behind us. Oh man, those carbon rods right there. That's a turtle. Salamander. All right, come on, we're gonna ramp this. Or not. Apparently, driving it and launching off of that like it's a ramp is not a thing. And yes, I did run out of power. That is probably what's going to delay me the worst on unlocking everything, is the fact that I keep running out of power while I'm out doing something. And yet it requires a power plug to work. Yeah, that I don't get. Oh, wait. Yeah, right, I need to put that back, because I actually need that. Not sure about the copper ore. Okay. Yeah, I think unlocking all the animals is gonna take longer just because I lost time being gone trying to do all the setup on that, bringing back the bike and all that. All right, so now I can make biocore. Ooh, we got goose. Let the goose be loose. Which I probably have another one I need to put a eating core for, so. I can get. Okay, waiting on the iron ore. Fine. I'm gonna probably swap some stuff out on that one and see if I can do it with just the two. Right, that's half. So chicken and goose. How nice. 25, and it does not. Oh, and snake. Snake does have those requirements. These just have the water and grass. So I'm gonna do a goose. And I don't want to get rid of any of those. Everything I've got is here. So let's turn. Let's see, what was I got? Okay, I need a fly, a bee, and a butterfly. So what can I turn off outside of that? The butterfly, I don't need the dragonfly. So I can turn off the dragonfly and stack a chicken on there. There we go. Now, of course, I turned off one, I lose that value. But I, you know, swapped it for a much higher value one. So it's much more useful to do it that way. Maybe I have supplies to, yes, steel. No carbon. So I would like to have an auto cycler. Would have been nice for when you try to craft something and you got like the next tier up, maybe, you know. Oh, come on. There. And you know, before I make a mistake with this, I'm gonna put steel in there so it doesn't mess me up on this. Okay, steel there, carbon. Did not mean for having some of that stuff go there. Alright, I got 2 steel made, so I can do another one of these. We'll get some more animals. I just thought I need to check on my uranium because again, when I ran that scan the last time, it didn't see any more. Not that I noticed. I hit 3, 4 locations, and then it's like there's nothing on the scanner. So if there are no more physical ones that I can hit, then I have to worry about my drill one. So I'm gonna go ahead and make another uranium rod. Power. Those definitely last a lot longer than those stupid regolith ones will. I like how the animals spread everywhere, but the trees and plants don't. You know, like that stuff does not. Which is kind of nice, because that would get intrusive over your base. But it does seem weird that's how that works. Okay, I'm going to use the snake. Even though I got turtle, I'm going to use snake just because it's a higher value. And I've already got stuff there. That is one I'll probably dump later, depending on what's needed. But you see, it does require a rat right there, and a frog, and a salamander. So, based on the value, even adding that in, that's 25, but the 3 requirements add another 60 right there by having them active. So that's one consideration. But I do like the ones that are just like, we need grass and water. You know, some grass, some water, we're good. Those are the ones I probably will end up just stacking on all, like on both of those later. Well, let's see how I'm doing. 170 to 500. This is getting a little bit harder than I was hoping. So, this is gonna become problematic. I may have a problem with finishing this today. We'll go a little bit later than normal, but yeah, I kind of was like, I don't want to finish this. got a rat stuck in here. Come on. Get out of here, you little rat. Go. I got a rat that's gonna be stuck in here. Okay. I'm gonna put a fuel rod in. And yeah, I need to start crafting those pretty consistently if it keeps getting uranium, because I am burning through them quickly. But we're at 25 of 32, closing in on finishing, so I am to the last few. It's just going to be a case of how much value do I get from these top level creatures, and you know, based on this, I think we're about to hit that last group. So we'll see how much I'm getting per creature on that. And let me decide if I'm going to need to do another one of those spreaders, the incubators. For the moment, I want to test something. See how this works. Take it from here and plug it up here. Yes! It will carry a wagon if you don't want the extra storage spots that you get by having a rover. That would have been kind of useful, I guess, earlier, had I, you know, seen that spot and seen the thing for that, but not now. It's worthless now, other than just being a cool little bike. Okay, so we got a piggy. I think I got 3 more bio cores I can put in on those, or eating cores. Gold, of course it's gold. Okay, while that's going, then let's just go ahead and try to get some more. Yes, get some more steel done. That way it's already prepared, and I'm not waiting on that. Carbon. That's a lot of carbon rods piling up. No, 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 no. Again. Why this is the inventory management system, I don't know. There's so many better methods in other games already. All right, I'm at 206 now, still going up, so slowing down because it's probably stuff is already maturing, or you know, reaching that 100%. Let's see. All right, still going good on the power. I think I have enough rods to actually finish this. Of course, I have no gold ore. All right, gold. I know there's some close by. And that goose. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go find some gold. Because I need that. Alright, 747. So that's why I need a map. Sits. Oh, wait. 8. Okay, so it may be a case of the gold is just so far away, it's taking so much longer now to reach it. That's why the drone is slower. Yeah, 3 good spots right there. I'm gonna try to get all of it. I know I'm going to need it. Quick run, grab all the gold, head back. In time to make sure I don't run out of power. Oh, hey. Okay. And apparently that counts as a big deposit. I mean, there's a lot of pieces, you know. There's 7. That's good. I'm just gonna put this all in storage here. I do have a couple spots, you know, used for stuff. And apparently, you know, I was targeting it, and then suddenly I wasn't targeting it anymore. Let's see, that's... Yeah, I need to do something with those seeds. Like here, recycle them or something. And I gotta get some more composite frames built for that energy channel unit, I think is the, or the orientation module. That's the one I'm, yeah, that's for. And then there was something I was gonna do for the energy channel unit. I think it was gold wire, something else too. It's like 3 gold wire, maybe 3 heat sinks for the channel unit. And the regulator, I think, is the next one that I unlock. Followed by, of course, the control panel, and then we blow everything up. Okay. Keep forgetting, if I'm holding down to drill the deposit, I lose control of the vehicle. That's 7, 7, and 7, I think. Yeah, so it'll be 21. I'm gonna say it was 2 each time, so that should be enough right now to have me covered for a little while on this. Yeah, I'm gonna double check and see if it was, I think it was 3 gold wire for that channel unit. Probably good, go ahead and get that going. Snack! Multiple snakes. Somewhere somebody is playing this and saying they have a phobia of snakes and refuse, despite the value, to, you know, spawn snakes into the game. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do 2 of them. And then those. I'm gonna dump some gold. That's a big chicken. What? I did not grab the sunflower seed. You know what though? It's going in there. Apparently I did. I did not mean to grab the sunflower seed. I was not trying to click it. There. Okay. Bloom core. There! Get out of here, stupid rat. Bear! I haven't even done the pig yet. And now I got a bear. Bear is a big animal. He should count for a large amount of production value for the animal side. I'll have just enough. I can do 2 Eden cores. So yes, that should leave me one more spot open on that second one. And I'm gonna definitely get that full before I swap or do a third one. That's expensive. Just 1 Eden core is fairly expensive. Okay, so we're going up here. Pig and boar. Pig and boar, not bear. Oh, I thought it said bear. So that's 50 each. So that's good. All right, so let's look at the pattern here. We start with 1. We end at 4. We start at 10. So not quite, just a little over double. We go to 14. So again, not double. But now we are doubled again to 25, which is a little just over double that. Now we're double of the 25 to here. So 60, 75 maybe in that range on the top most. Pig is definitely keeper because it only needs that. Food wise, boar is gonna eat a goose, apparently. But that's gonna add another 100 points right there. So if I, say, hey, let's get rid of some of these things that I don't need, and I just select the pig by itself on the other one, well, right there, I've had another 50 points on that too, minus whatever I sacrifice for the one I, replace. We're at 27. Yeah, we're gonna take a little extra time, but we can get all of those unlocked. I think I can make this work. I think I can pull it off today. I toss these in. Do storage just because, it'll keep the drone from going for more gold, but it does need to focus on some other items at the moment anyway. Okay, so that is done. It's not going to get me to the phase regulator, but it's not going to have me too far off with those. So now, oh wait, I look at the recipes again. I did that, so I need composite frame. I've got 2 over there, so I need 4 more composite frame. Yes, 3 gold wire and a heat sink. Okay, so composite frame. I ran out of, I think, titanium earlier when I was doing this, or maybe an iron ore. So now, short 1 of those, and that was heat sink. Where is that heat sink? We'll go ahead and grab that, and I'll see if I can finish off this heat sink. No, titanium ore. Okay, gold wire. I need 3 of those. Okay, so 2 more heat sinks, 1 more composite frame. That's both of those next upgrades. Yeah. Waiting on titanium. I know it can get it. All right. Yep, we're getting there. Go ahead, get some more Carbon. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so one. I think I might need to turn the titanium ore reserve up. Oh, it's already set to 6. Okay. Double check. Yep, okay. Both of those are set right. Well. Let's see. Steel. Yes, okay, so we can do the steel. Because I got iron ore. Go. Okay. Biocore. I use up some of that gold ore before I run out of it. Again. Bloom. It's gonna make me have to wait on that platinum, but there's... Well, it's being mined right now, so there should be no problem for that. And the tungsten, there's a ton of it just laying around, so that's one drone having to go pick that up. I may need to add another collection drone just to keep this moving steadily enough. Because I do have a lot of resources that have been mined and are just laying out there, but there's also a lot of resources that need to be mined. So maybe I should do 2 more drones. One of each. I like how that turtle's just kind of floating along. Climbing along an invisible piece of land. Okay. I know I do want to put the pig on the other one. I'm not replacing the boar right now just because it is a top tier one. We'll do chickens. Oh, that's... Oh, wait, no, let me check, because I think I did chicken on this one. I was like, I know I saw chickens. Yes, I turned on chicken here. So... okay. Toucans are better. Pigeons are not a food source, I don't think. No, pigeons are not a food source. So the pigeon is what I was looking at. I thought it was on. Parrot. A parrot. Oh, we got deer. Okay, so deer. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. Oh wait, no, I can't. I need to, yeah, the parrot. Parrot is not a food source, so we're turning parrot off. Turning on, well, we'll do deer. Okay, so that gives me 50, but I lose 12. So, you know, not as good as sacrificing one of the other ones. Yeah, none of those are on here. Okay. Hey, I see an elephant on there. So that's chicken is not the topmost. It's the next to topmost. So elephant, I would assume, is the topmost because I don't think of anything bigger than an elephant. Land-based. Whale, but what am I gonna do? Have a whale flopping along? No, it's gotta be the... That has gotta be the top. Alright, so we got those. I do want to turn on that. The boar, I got it, you know... If I take out the boar, I can put on that, which removes a big chunk of requirements. Okay, so rat, that's the only thing, like snake, that requires rat, and I think, yeah, I did have snakes going, so snake's over here. Snake is on over here, so if I turn off, I mean, that's 25 right now. I can't get rid of the rat. Frog or salamander? Crab. Is crab needed for anything? That's not a food source. Rat, frog, salamander, all that is boar. Snake, rat, frogs. Okay, so if I lose the boar, I'm gonna lose the snake as well. If I get rid of salamander, that frees up those later. Frog. Oh, yeah, rat. Crab doesn't have anything. There's nothing showing the crab as a food source right now. So I think I could turn off the crab. There's boar. Yeah, if I turn off the crab, that frees up a spot for another boar right there. So that's going to be total of 150. Oh, I'll click that. Total 150, 115. So that's 265 total for that one right there. So 265 plus that put 315 plus that puts me at 380, 394, 399. So getting close to that 500. I'm gonna end up having to build another one of those, I think, just because of balancing out stuff. I'm gonna need a third incubator. Okay, good. I'm catching it before it ran out. So I can go throw this in. That's yes, okay, somewhere there's uranium that's being found that I'm not seeing. I can't seem to find it, but the drones are finding it. Okay, so that's going. Let's get steel. Make sure I've got. Yeah, I'm out of steel. So before I do that, I needed one more heat sink. Yes, and or two more heat sinks. Was it two? Let me look. 2 heat sinks. Okay, so another heat sink. Titanium ore. And then iron ore. Okay, and 1 composite frame. Okay, that gives me that next one right there. Okay, and now we'll do steel so I can have that covered. There we go. I could probably go find some steel somewhere too at this point, but it's just easier to go ahead and stick with this. Now I gotta go out over here, run over the boar. I actually interacted with the boar. The parrot didn't, or the toucan. I didn't interact with it with my hovercraft. I think he was chasing the butterfly. All right, let's get this built so I can go ahead and say, yes, that's done. Supplies are consumed, so I don't have to worry about accidentally running out of stuff and delaying this further. Okay, and I don't have enough power. All right. Drive back over here real quick. I could probably link it into one of these, but just as easy to do this. And I'm stuck on the boar because it ran into me, and now it's like glitched me into the ground. Okay, here goes that. My wheels are trying. Oh, it drained all my power and not the battery power from that. What the? Okay, that's a flaw. Why was it draining my power before draining the vehicle power? I mean, other stuff doesn't do that. the vehicle is the power source initially until then that's dumb. That should not have happened. That should not have happened. And now I'm stuck on a goose. And on something else. And I literally just saw the rat go under the wheel and the wheel bump from the rat going under it. A rat is strong enough to cause that wheel to lift over it. Alright, leopard. And I got some more steel ready. Get out of here, boar. Okay, that's good. I have time to run over here. Let's see where I'm at. I'm closing in. But unless I did my math wrong, I'm not going to reach 500 on this. There's a deer. All right, let's start with this one. Leopard is 100. And of course, I've got a lot of requirements, including deer. Goose. What's that? Chicken? Yeah, chicken. Again, get rid of the check marks, Dev. There's no reason for the check marks. Gray it out if it's not available. Let it be white if it's available. There's no need for a check mark that interferes with you being able to see what the icon is. Okay, salamander. Yes, and rat. So rat, salamander. So I'm stuck again. Can't get rid of those because that's needed for the snake. Alright, let's see what I can remove. If anything, I may just have to go and hell to build another one. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do is build another one of these. Oh, alright, I need to make, yeah, eating cores. So, I can do 2. No, I'm just gonna do 1 of each right now. Yeah, platinum ore, okay, of course. I'll build another one, but I won't have the ores to put in, so it's fine. I think I need to just go get some supplies, actually. This is the... Oh! I crafted those. I didn't craft the eating core. You know what? Here. I'll have to go over there and do this. Okay. Just notice this says day 40. Sol 40. So 40 in-game days, and I'm closing in on finishing. Yeah, so I gotta fill it up with the cores. And we're gonna try to load as much as I can. We may just have to keep some of the lower life forms in that first one. But as long as I can, I'm gonna stack on top of that with everything else. It just makes it much more effective. So we do have something now that accounts for 100 if a leopard counts for 100, I'm thinking the elephant's gonna count for more. Like, how can you say, oh, a leopard and an elephant are equal? Like, you know, an elephant's much bigger in size. Much bigger poops. You know, if you're thinking of, like, fertilization, nitrogen, you know, putting nitrogen into the soil kind of thing. Elephant's much bigger. You know, so I think an elephant should be a 150, if not 200 point bump. Oh, no, there is some platinum, I think. Looked like it. Yeah, there's a couple of, like, random pieces here. Apparently, you know, it was all through this area, but the drone decided to pick and choose. Leave just a random piece right there. Unless it's a, something bugged with that and the drone didn't even recognize it being there. And it looks like that other one just finished. Oh yeah, piece. There's pieces all over the place, just scattered around. Then you got this one. Oh, look at that! Physics collision thing. Okay, we're gonna take the platinum ore, and I know, just thought of it, I got a platinum ingot back there. I know that. So if I don't need it for anything, and that's another 6 pieces right there. Okay. Oh, yes, good. All right, I'm going to get another 8. That'll be 24. That one I haven't unlocked yet? I seriously miss an unlock? I just realized I still have the scanner going. Go on. There, turn off. Okay, charge it. 2.5, I overshot, but it still works. All right. That's a full load of platinum. That'll save some time. You know, there's my drone. Coming back this way to get stuff. Now I don't know where else to go with that. I mean, I know there's that big cobalt spot over there, but it's too far away from that water source to do anything. I'd have to relocate the whole setup. I don't want to do that right now when I'm this close to finishing. Oh, sure. No problem driving over the turtle. A target thing? Okay. Did not say it unlocked anything. I got a wolf! Important for hunting all the deer. Alongside, you know, the leopard too hunts the deer apparently. That's kind of a interesting stack, and I already know if I go and look and it's like, oh, you don't have any requirements for this, I'm like, that's wrong, because the wolf definitely is going to be hunting deer, which means I've got to have the deer as food requirement for 2 creatures, but that's not a problem. I'll say the deer was also not a problem as far as the food requirement. Okay. There we go. Get the 2 steel right now. We'll get the other pieces made. There we go. So now I can focus on getting the tungsten that's sitting over there. while the piggy decides to run. The deer just mooed. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like it was a moo. Like, rrr. That's not what a deer does. That's not crab. What is that? Okay, boar, pig, deer. So it's not even in sequence. And then the goose and the chicken, or the wolf. But it's 100, so I'm gonna make sure to get that on there. And then, you know, again, what I'm thinking is have some of your lower level requirements on one, and then as many as your topmost creatures you can squeeze in, and then on the other ones, just try to do as many of the top creatures as you can. You gotta balance them out. But that's gonna add another 100 points there. If I get back, I'm gonna get another 4. Oh, actually, I need to check my power. I did see that it, oh, no, nope, yep, I'm out of power on it. Okay. And getting close to running out of uranium rods. 30 out of 32, though, so, I'll make 1 uranium rod, right? Because I can't, nope. All right, okay, I'm missing ore. Maybe I am about to run out of uranium ore. And it's like, now the drone can't even find it. Phase regulator, we're about to hit that. 100, if I can get, I may have to do another one of those. I may have to have 4 of those incubators in the end. Well, I can do this. We can get this thing built today and fired, you know, to destroy the planet. That's what it is. It's a beam array. I'm not thinking beam me up. I'm thinking the robot's like rebelling, started life. Hey, I don't need any of you humans messing this up. He's gonna blow up Earth. That's what he's gonna do. That's his mission. He's changed his mind. He's gonna blow up Earth. Okay, steel. Doing fine on that. Carbon's not a problem. There's plenty of iron all over. So we'll just do that. Ah, we got it. Okay. We'll get this, and we'll do the blueprint disc for that, so I can see what the requirements are going to be for it. Oh, hey, what I'm doing, I gotta still do this. Do that part. Phase regulator. I figured the control panel shouldn't take much. Okay, power junction and thermogel. I need 1 more power junction. Not a problem there. Well, it actually has been a while since I got some chromium. And then thermogel. Sulfur! Not a problem. There should still be plenty of that. It just has to go get picked up. So that's an easy build from what I got. Again, I think the control panel doesn't need like maybe some higher end items, but should not be one of those like, oh yeah, this takes like 18 different items to build it. Oh, heat sink, something like that, sure, but not like here's 8 different items. That's a big deer. I know some of the animals are getting bigger, or randomly bigger. Like you see a little boar, and then you see like a little deer, and then here's this big deer. I wonder if that's part of the percentage timer on that. But we are close. Again, I think elephant's gonna be the last one, because who's gonna put a whale out here? You know, that'd just be mean. I'll get another one started. I'm now starting to get a little low in that gold again. Bloom. And pressure, there we go. Eating core. Now I'm just gonna do this one as all the top tier ones, because I don't need to do any basics on this one. But yeah, change that later. I think what I can get away with is if I have to balance anything on the lower items, I'll balance between this one and that one. And then this one is going to be try to get all the top ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to have 7 total, it looks like, for this. So that's 7 out of 8. And then I would just go, okay, let's go to the next one. Goose is the prime choice. Goose or chicken, doesn't matter, well, because they both get used in some of the same higher tier animals. So throw that in there. And then if I'm running low on something in one of these, you know, I'll come here and be like, okay, well, that one's going to have goose. I could take goose out of this and throw one of these on here. I want to get this other one maxed out if I can. Like, okay, that's got goose. That's got chicken as well. I don't need chicken and goose. So yeah, let's balance that out because I need more from that. So this one's got chicken. So this one is going to lose the chicken because it's got goose. I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to throw in, we'll just throw in the wolf because it's you know, yeah. That. Honestly, I'm about to take, I'll lose 50, but I'll gain another 50. So I can do that, but I want to keep 4. Okay, what else can I dump? The snake, I don't think is food for anything. It's not. So snake can come out, but rat, frog, salamander was rat right there, frog, and salamander for boar. Okay, so I could take the snake out and add the leopard. So that gives me 350 here at max plus 65. So 415. And those are gone. That's 65. So I'm not gonna worry about that. I got 415 on that, or 615 was it? Yeah. And then this is 250 right now. I just got it right there. I can add easily more, and then I got 2 more unlocks coming. Yeah, I can finish it with 3. There might be a way to tweak it just right to get 2 of them to do it, but I think 3 is the honest, probable minimum on this to make it work. I'm not going to try to do the math that out and maximize it. Be like, let's do it with 2 of these only. So that's about to hit. Yeah. Okay. There goes that. I just have to build that last part and then launch. So I'm going to need power junction and 3 thermogel. So let's go ahead and get that. Okay, power junction, 3 thermogel. Of course. Pig walking horizontally there. Yeah, totally. That's how it works. I walk on walls all the time, you know? It's a spider pig. Alright, that was that, so I need the power junction. There we go. So I should need 1 more thermogel. That will build. And you can hear the wolf howling away. Alright, steel. Okay. And what am I missing? Sulfur, of course. Okay, so hopefully I got some sulfur on the way. That's the leopard, I guess. Because I know it said tiger, and I haven't put any tigers in yet. It'd be great to see him actually attack. You know, here's the leopard. Instead of just running, you see it run and pounce on a pig. Or run and pounce on a chicken. And see the chickens going around, and you look, they're like, oh, it's sitting there pecking around at this. Like, oh, there's a bug. Oh. Oh, that was a rat. I thought for a second it was a chicken being killed, but that was the rat squealing. Like, I'm saying it'd be fun to see, like, that interaction be more realistic, and then I thought it was like the wee. Thought it was a pig getting killed or something. Tiger. Obviously, we're gonna do that on this one. So, you know, I could probably... So now I got goose. I can probably toss that one in on another one. And looking at it right now, I bet the next one is the elephant, because we're on the last of those. So if the elephant is there, it's the last one to unlock. Now, you know, it's probably gonna be 100. It might be 150, but I doubt it's gonna be like a 200 or whatever, despite the notable size difference there. How much do I have left? Okay, I'm gonna need one more fuel rod. And that's it. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm on 32 right now, or maybe I can't remember if it's like you've got 31 of 32. I want to say it was like 0 of 32 when I started, but it could have been 1 of 32, which means I might actually have 2 more, which will make more sense because the chicken is the next to last. I still don't see what you would put above an elephant in this, you know? That still just seems like what else is gonna be bigger than the elephant for this that would make sense on land? Mr. Wolf, we're gonna get there. I'm pushing it, but we're actually, I may not even need to unlock them all. Look at that. I've got stuff I know is like at least 50 points away from completion. I'll go ahead and make a couple more steel. Yeah, let's make another 4 if I can. Tungsten. All right, come on, go get some tungsten. Stupid drone. It's like it's down to 1. That should be a priority. I know I've got some sitting out there, so that shouldn't. Like, it shouldn't be waiting that long. Alright, yeah, we're closing in. Yeah, I don't think I have to go anything above that. I just have to get to that. Insufficient materials nearby. So, I've got too much? Oh, it's got a cutoff, so there's not too much on the ground. I was wondering if there was gonna be something to prevent it from having, like, just an overload. And there is. Apparently, I still have snakes generated somewhere. Okay, let's see where we're at. Oh no, we got this. Unlock. I need to make the buildables for it. I still want to see what all the animals are, so I do want to unlock the last part before we call it too. But yeah, I think we're gonna be able to build the beam, activate the beam, blow up Earth. I still think that's the robot's devious plan. And silica ore. No, you're supposed to get the other stuff. Returning with silica ore. Why are you both focusing on the wrong ore? I'm gonna chase the robot. I mean, the wolf. He's gonna walk on my head. I'm carrying the wolf around. You'd think they would actually bother attacking you. Be like, I don't know what you are. I want to see if you're edible. Alright, I'm giving it time for them to get their act together and go get me some tungsten. Silver ore. You better go get that tungsten. That's mining silver deposit. Okay, you're working on mining it. Bring it back. This one needs to go get me some tungsten. Let's look. I'm down. Available 44. I'm assuming that's just, you know, what's on the ground. Like, regular chunks are loose on the ground. And now it's going back to get silver again because it's before that. There is 0 available on the ground. And of course, this does not show available deposits. But it's still finding uranium, apparently. So, I'm good with that. Okay, we might have to go get the tungsten ourselves. Which is fine. I mean, it should... Actually, I can't remember. Is that one I've left laying around? Yeah, it should be pieces of it laying around. There, okay. That tungsten? Or is that a... Ah, now we got the bear. I thought we had bear before, and now it's actually got bear. Okay, so that was not the icon I was thinking. I'm not showing any tungsten icons. And apparently, once again, I forgot to activate a beacon because it did not activate automatically when it was built. Which I don't get that. You build the beacon, you're kind of wanting the beacon to be on. You know, if we had a map, I could understand being able to disable a beacon because you don't want it showing on screen. That tungsten? Finally come in range of some? Maybe? Oh yeah, I see big chunk over there. Yep, you see it. So I can't mine that with what I got. Now, I think I looked at it, it said there was some available. Yeah. Let's see, where was that? That was over this area. Let me see if there's any pieces laying around I can grab real quick before I relocate everything so close to finishing this. I was somewhere over in here, over there, yeah. No. Oh, no, there we are. This is where it was. There's still a couple pieces laying around. Scattered, somewhere at least. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm expecting any second now it's gonna be like, oh, hey, by the way, you reached 1,000. And I don't have to place any more animals. Oh, and no, that's right. I did just unlock the bear after I thought I did earlier, which means the elephant is the final one. Because I would be very, very disappointed to have an elephant icon in the game and it ends up being you don't actually unlock the elephant. Like, why would you put the icon if you don't unlock it? So it's got to be an unlock. Which means it's making sense that it's be the last unlock. And now thinking on it, it makes me think the fact we have a chicken as the icon for that third tier is because at one point the chicken was the final animal. And then something got either dropped or sequence got changed and it was like, oh, or extended. And then it became, okay, we're going to put a goose in here. But the icon didn't get swapped out for some reason. You know, it got overlooked that, oh, I need to change this icon to the goose since it's the top tier. Oh, I went right past it. Yes, tiger. Big tiger running around, perfectly blending in, you know, not eating a single thing. Oh, wait, nope, we got power cell in there, so let's go. Yeah. No, Mr. Wolf, get out of there. No, I'll toss the bloom core in. There. The last uranium rod. Hopefully enough to finish this. So yeah, okay, so we did have one more. Yep, we're gonna finish that. And I probably don't even need it, but I do want to unlock it. I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go there and be like, bear on this one. After I put this next core in, and it's gonna be like, yeah, I am 2 points away. I am literally short 2 points. Are you kidding me? That's it. I am. Oh, come on. It's that weirdness of like, this is 14 points, you know, and this is that. I'm like, I'm off by 2. That's funny and disappointing at the same time. Oh, already had that. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, I already put that stuff over there. Okay. So we're gonna place down. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the bear. Or yeah. So we can see the bear. I'm gonna do an elephant because I want to see the elephant. But we're also gonna get ready to build do the control panel. Bear. Bring in the bears. And we've got it. Life terraformation complete. Don't need anything else. And Snake agrees. Alright, blueprint disk. Nope. Target there. Okay, and oh, perfect. So processing unit and glass, I already have those. I like it when that happens. Processing unit there, boom. Okay, so that gives me the stuff for the last 2 parts, so I can build both of them. I just have to activate it, and it is probably done. We're closing in on that, so yes, just a little longer than normal, but I'm pulling it off. I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna have a core ready because I want to get some elephants out in there, you know. I want to see them pop out, you know, little tiny elephants walking around. I don't see bears yet, so we're gonna have to wait long enough for the bear. Yeah, that's not a bear. Yeah. That wolf wants inside. I'm super close to getting the unlock for the elephant too. So 22%. I'm not seeing any bears. So I wonder what percentage it takes for them to actually start showing at all. Or if I'm just looking for a big animal and this actually like a little tiny bear wandering around. Oh, there we go. We got the elephant. Time to go turn it on. I said we were close to getting it. So we're gonna... I didn't get every tree. Okay. I think I got all the flowers and such, but I didn't get every tree. That's fine. Not worried about the trees. They don't move around and interact with stuff. Or it will move around at least. So I got that. And I didn't get all the messages. I'm fine with that. I don't feel like going back and trying to read a novella, you know, after piecing it together. I just want to get through and say I finished the game. And apparently there is some kind of glitch with the terrain here or something. Maybe it was that salamander right there. I don't know, but that's again, I got stuck here. Maybe it's this thing. Maybe it's something with that I am like interfering with for some reason. Oh, nope, there it goes again. It's doing like similar, it's getting stuck. Okay, so we're gonna do the phase regulator. So I can kind of say, yep. Oh. What the? It's not out of range. I'm right here. And I can't seem to get close enough for that because it's acting like I'm bumping into the thing. That's what it is. It's the structure. Even though I'm not there, the vehicle will not go closer. So it's a vehicle specific interference. Oh, and I still can't place it. There. Yeah, that's very problematic. Sorry, that's just very, very problematic. Should be better than that. And I'm just gonna... Because I don't want to have to go back and charge it to come and do this. I'm gonna do that. Power up. There we go. Control. Oh. Okay. So I don't have to put that over there? It can just go over this way? So the control panel does not have to be connected to the thing for it to work. And no problem dragging that power cable around. Alright, come on. I want to see some bear and some elephants. Wait. There's a bear. Or is that? Nope, that's an elephant way over there in the corner, right there. The elephant. I saw the trunk. Yep, there is the trunk. We've seen the elephant. Where is the bear? Are they not actually appearing? Okay. That's done. You know what? It's time to do a manual save. So, you know, the autosave, you know, just as emergency. So 20 hours is all it took. Where's the power connection? Good thing I brought it back over here. I think it's probably gonna need that. And of course I have no batteries over here, so I can't see how much that's hurting my power at the moment. Oh yeah. All right. So 8,000 something power, 8,800 power. That 5,000? Don't say. Yeah. I mean, hard tell because of the, background, but it looks like it's probably about 5,000. 2,500 is roughly around the half mark. So we are going to get ready. Oh, yeah. That rat. Every time it sounds like it's getting attacked at the very start of the sound effect. All right, we're turning it on. And fire. Yes. Oh, you kidding me? It's gonna do that. Now I gotta wait for it to power up. All right. Yeah, as soon as this is done, I have got to go. But there it goes. I mean, I powered it up already. I gave it the power. It's doing that. I'm not sure why I still got to power up again, but that's a cannon. That's a gun. That's not a, like, we're teleporting here kind of thing. It's not a receiving pad over there. Like, hey, boom, beam me up, Scotty kind of thing. That's we're shooting a beam somewhere off into space at a very precise angle. We're blowing up the Earth. That's what it is. Of course, that's done, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's see if he'll blow me up. Nope. Does not cause a problem. Sure, if I went back through all the memory fragments and everything, I would see a thing about deciding to blow up the Earth or something like that. Because if we're not blowing up the Earth, then this doesn't make sense. To have a big cannon. It's a cannon. It's a laser cannon. And honestly, I would have thought it would be like, oh, beam power at this. I feel like it would have been like, okay, you got the power in the control panel. It's charging up. Maybe takes like 20 seconds, 30 seconds to actually do the preparation. And then, boom, we get this big shot that fires. There we go. Either way, 100%. Something's supposed to happen. Game done. 100%, yes. Part of ship section is destroyed. Planetary beam impact detected. How? Okay. So I destroyed part of a ship with a planetary beam. Why? Okay. But now I've destroyed part of the ship to go and activate the Seed of Life. I've already done the Seed of Life. That's what these things are. That's what the creatures are. You know what? As much as I would want to go ahead and keep going, I am getting... My phone's blowing up from my mother. And so I have got to go. I just don't have a choice at this point. I've got to call it for today. So... let me get this cleared. I don't like to have to, like, double click to verify something on it, but yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go and check on her because apparently she has had an issue. So again, next week I will not be here. I will be traveling, so there will be no live stream next week. I'll try to put up a reminder this week about that. So we'll do this again in 2 weeks with something else, because I am gonna go ahead call it, even though I just got a couple things. I don't think a 10-minute session is worth that, you know, because that's my assumption is the next thing is the game's over. Once I do that, we'll see the life, whatever. It should be over. There shouldn't be any reason to keep going after that with story-wise or terraformation-wise and that. So yeah, we'll go back to maybe Eden Crafters or some other game the next time. I got an extra week to think about it, but yeah, that's it. So have a good rest of your day, rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you again in 2 weeks after hopefully everything goes fine with my trip. So thank you. We'll see you then.